Hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Lux. I am a channel for Source to bring through codes of transmutation, alchemization that are going to help you release those blockages that you feel like are holding you back from stepping into the life of your dreams, from stepping into your role as a creator, as a divine alchemist of your reality. So today, the message that Source wants me to talk about with you guys is you are not stuck. And I know it can feel like it sometimes. It feels like you're just trying so damn hard to move in a specific way, to get something to work, and nothing seems to be shifting, nothing seems to be working, and you're getting frustrated and overwhelmed and depleted. So let's just take a moment and call all of our power back to us right here, right now. Put your hand over your beautiful heart. Actually, I'm feeling led both hands. Let's feel it beating. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And a cleansing breath out. Maybe roll your neck for a minute. Drop all of the tension, any stress, anxiety, overwhelm, anything that you've been carrying with you. Feels like some of y'all are wearing like a heavy backpack. Like that's what I'm feeling energetically, like on my own back. It feels like it's just weighing down. Let's release that now. Take that off. Lay it down for a moment. Come here and be present with me. If you've stumbled across this, it's for a reason. It is not by chance. Source has brought you this message to help you move through these blockages with ease, to help you release these limiting beliefs, these ideas, these mental barriers that have kept you feeling trapped in maybe like a cyclical nature in life where it feels like you're just kind of living the same dream or nightmare day in and day out. So my channel is all about alchemy and all about learning to reclaim your power as the alchemist. That is what I'm here to help you do, to help you trigger the remembrance of your own unique power and magic. So remember today who you are and what you are. You are stardust and magic embodied in human form. You are literally an extension of source consciousness that decided to come and play human, have this experience of contrast, which includes those heavier lead-like situations, but also remember how to transmute and alchemize to turn them into golden opportunities for your success, your expansion, your growth as a soul. Excuse me. All right, so when you are feeling blocked, what's actually going on there is you have blinders on. You have a very limited way of the way that the universe can bring blank to you, or the way that X, Y, or Z has to happen. It needs to happen in this way, and you're clinging too tightly to a story or a timeline, when really there's infinite possibilities out there of the way that it could play out for your highest good, of a way that you can choose to transmute and change the energy, of a way that you can pivot and turn your attention, your energy to something else. Because a lot of times when something isn't working, that's the universe, the cosmos, your higher self, God, however you want to label it, saying that, hey, that's actually not the route that is going to bring you the most alignment, the most joy, the most peace, the most abundance. So we're gonna put up some resistance there, some blockages to try to reroute you. But when you push against that, you're saying, no, I know better than you, higher self. I know better than you, God. When they have the bird's eye perspective of your entire life. And all your higher self wants for you, all the universe wants for you, is for you to learn how to, once again, become the creator of your reality, co-create with everything around you, become the alchemist. Step back into your power, back into your role. And learn that everything, every experience in life is actually happening for your highest good. There's no such thing as a blockage. This is a mantra I came up with recently that I found really beautiful and powerful, so I'm going to share it with you. There's no such thing as a blockage, only beautiful reroutes. Like, think of your life journey as a mountain road. There's a barrier up, road's closed off. There's a big old cliff that you would drive right off of if you pushed past it. Let's say you decide to drive that way anyway, and you can't see very well, and you end up going off the cliff. Spirit, source, God was trying to reroute you a different way and put up those blockages, but you decided to bust through because you thought you knew better. When really, if you had just taken the scenic route, you would have found that just around the corner of the mountain was an incredible view that you would have missed if you take the route that you're not intended to go on. There is no right or wrong path. It's all just experience. Let me say that first and foremost. However, when we learn to tune into our higher self, and when we learn to really truly believe that everything in life is happening for our highest good, we start to allow ourselves to flow with change instead of resisting it. Change becomes easier and almost fun. We learn to welcome it into our life. I don't view anything as a challenge anymore. I view it all as a chance for me to get to practice my magic of transmutation, to practice what I preach, of being an alchemist. I get excited when something bumps up against my field and I'm like, ooh, okay, how am I gonna handle this? All right, we can do this, or we can do this, we can do this. Spirit, what else am I missing? What other options do we have? Is it time for me to pivot? Or is this good resistance that's actually pushing me to grow outside of my comfort zone? Because there's also that aspect of it as well. You don't want to stay in your comfort zone. You want to constantly be evolving, growing, integrating as a soul. That's what you came here to do. That's what these experiences of human contrast are intended to be for you. Life is all about unbecoming to become. So we've had society, our parents, our peers, whatever, put all of these projections, expectations, limitations onto us. And when we're small, we don't know how to identify self from non-self. So we end up taking them on as our own, as truths. And then in our adult life, a lot of what we have to do, a lot of the healing journey is unbecoming, is learning that can be true for somebody else. They can limit themselves in that way, and that's okay. But I choose to believe that I'm a limitless creative being. I choose to believe that I'm the divine alchemist of my reality, that I can consciously co-create with everything around me, and I can change the matrix. I can re-encode the matrix through my perception, through the way that I see the world, by identifying and rewriting those places that I've limited myself, by removing those ego identity labels. Ego is not a bad thing. It allows us to play in the contrast of separation, even though we are all one. But it allows us to have our unique signature as a being. But we don't want to be ruled by our ego. We want our ego to be integrated and healthy. That's why we work with our shadow aspects. That's why shadow alchemy is so important. It's rebalancing through love, light, peace, clarity, harmony. All of those aspects of ourselves where we are not in alignment with who we truly are, which is source consciousness, true abundance in its purest form, love. So today, where have you been met with resistance, and what kind of resistance is it? Is it the resistance that's propelling you towards growth, that you're butting up against because you're pushing yourself out of your comfort zone? Because that's beautiful. Play into that. Lean into that. What's on the other side of this resistance? What growth is available here for us? Or is it the resistance where you are trying to cling so tightly to one way of doing something that you're not allowing your creative aspects, you're not allowing your limitlessness, you're not allowing your co-creation with source to be able to flow with the change around you? You're trying to control the way it can come in or what has to happen. So take a moment today, sit with yourself, maybe journal, do a little meditation, start to know yourself deeper, get in touch with who you truly are, with what you truly are. Because this 3D physical vessel is the smallest fraction of your being. You are a multidimensional light being having a human experience. And you want to ensure that you're balancing all the aspects of what makes you you and why you chose to come here to play in these experiences of contrast. And if you're in an experience of contrast that doesn't feel good, that doesn't bring you joy, that doesn't make you feel free and expansive and creative and happy, that is your guidance system of your emotions, your feelings, your external environment trying to tell you that there's more available for you. You just have to take off the blinders and allow source to move through you. Allow yourself to shift, allow yourself to change. Flow with the change. We are not intended to stay in one state. We are beings. We can flow with our emotions. That's why the word emotion literally has motion in it. They are intended to be guides for us. They come in, we feel them, we thank them for showing us where we're blocking ourselves, where we need to shift, what's ready to be healed, and then we allow them to flow out of our vessel. This is how we maintain a balanced state of being. So start working with your body today. Start working with your mind. Identify where you're limiting yourself, where you're blocking yourself. Because ultimately, all blockages in our lives are self-imposed. So we need to identify why we are still blocking ourselves there. Why we aren't willing to open ourselves up to more possibilities. What do you fear? What if everything actually worked out for you better than you could have ever fathomed? What if your higher self actually does know better, but you are also your higher self right now, so you know better too? Release, let go, surrender to the flow of the universe. All right, I will see y'all next time.